What's going on, guys? So today's video, I have a guest. I have met this guy 6 years ago. We formed a great friendship, and he's coming on the west coast of Vancouver. So if you're not familiar with this beautiful bald-headed Brazilian princess bastard, what is your name?
My name is Vitor. Thank you for having me, Chad. Like, it's a pleasure to be here.
So guys, if you're not familiar, this is actually Vitor from, he's originally from Brazil, but lives in Vancouver. And Vitor, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I've been a fan of fragrances. I've been a fan of your channel. I've been reviewing fragrances for 10 years now.
Yes.
I've just been kind of in a hideout from YouTube. I've been mostly on Instagram.
Yes. So what I'm going to do, guys, if you want to check out Vitor's channel, it will be down below. He hasn't done a video in 8 years, which is okay. He still got some really good content, but it also attaches Instagram. So today we're going to be talking about a brand that I personally like, and Vitor, you actually worked for this brand, did you not?
I did in the past, yes.
And today, guys, we're going to be talking about Azzaro Solarissimo Favignana. Okay, so what I did is I ended up sending Vitor that very bottle, but it was supposed to look more like this, not with a cap.
Yes, I just switched the caps around.
Oh, okay. Because I also sent Vitor the Lavanzo.
Yes.
Okay, so Vitor, you ready to get this started?
I'm very ready.
All right, so Azzaro Solarissimo Favignana was launched in 2018 and is classed as an Oriental Fuja. I'm just gonna list off the notes, and then we're gonna see what you get. Okay. So top notes for this one here are lemon, sugar, and sage, with the mid being rum, ginger, and vanilla, and the base is Chinese cedar, whatever the hell that is, white tobacco, and amber. So that is the note breakdown. Vitor, what do you get out of this scent?
Funny enough, the notes to me are very, very clear. I get most of the fragrance, but the most important ones to my nose is definitely the booze quality at the top, that sugar, because you really can smell the kind of crystal sugar scent, and the ginger. Those to me are gonna be the highlight of the fragrance. Obviously you have the amber, you have some woods, you have a nice smoky cedar wood in the background, but I believe that the citrus, the sugar, ginger are gonna be the highlight.
So I'll just say this, Vitor's nose is a lot more developed than mine. What I get, this definitely opens up with a lot of lemon, and it's a sugar bomb. Like this is cavities in the bottle. I also get a lot of that rum, or just because I don't drink, that boozy accord. And I also get like a nice creamy vanilla towards the mid. The rum and the vanilla for me are the most prominent notes, along with that sugar. And then towards the base, it's more of I don't really get like the cedar, the tobacco. It's pretty much just rum, vanilla, sugar, and with some citruses. That's what I pretty much get. This is marketed as men. Do you see this being masculine at all?
Well, but that's a funny point, because I remember us just having a quick chat about that, and you thought, and sorry that I'm jumping here, you thought that it smelled a little feminine.
Yeah.
Because of the sweetness.
Yes.
But to me, as I was saying, it resembles. It's not the same, but it shares a lot of similarities with one of the men's best-selling fragrance in the past 10 years.
Which is what?
Can I say it? Which is 1 million.
There are some similarities.
Yes, to me, share that kind of same sweetness, ambery, kind of bubble gummy kind of feel. Obviously, that one to me, it smells more citrusy. It has obviously that zing from the ginger. I personally see the notes more clear on this one, while 1 million to me smells like just one mesh, one big.
I find with this one here, it's maybe 1 million with a boozy accord.
Absolutely.
You know?
And the sugar, right? Because the sugar makes it very interesting, because a combination of the sugar and the cedar wood there gives that kind of burnt sugar, almost caramel-like scent, but more on the crystallized feel, which I really appreciate. I really enjoyed it, because 1 million is one of my guilty pleasures.
Okay.
I'm very embarrassed to say this, but yes.
I find that this smells more tolerable than 1 million. 1 million is just way too polarizing. This is just more tolerable, yet it can be rather cloying.
to me, it was more restrained on my skin. It gave me that nice aura, but it wasn't jumping as loud as 1 million does.
Okay.
So that's another point that why I appreciate it. It became a little bit more intimate with me.
And how long did this last in your skin?
Not long enough. I got around 4 to 6 hours, depends on the day, depending if I'm like too hot or sweaty. In between the 4 to 6 hours range.
I get like 5 to 6 tops. Projection off this. The first hour was very monstrous. After that, it really does tone down to, but you're still getting, like, even though it's only lasting 5 to 6 hours, it's still projecting pretty good during that time span. So I don't know about you, but I don't really get like a skin scent at all until maybe like the hour 4 mark.
Yeah, no, my skin doesn't project as much. The first hour, yes, is very present. The citrus, while the citrus, it's kicking like very zesty at the top, that it's very bright, very fresh around you. After the citrus start losing that kind of zestiness, but they never really go away, but it starts losing a little bit of that zestiness. Yes, it comes down a little bit more, at least on my skin, yes.
Now, when would you wear this? Like to recommend, like what seasons and when would you wear this one, occasionally?
Honestly, I could see myself wearing this the whole year round. The citrus combination with the spicy quality of the ginger, it can makes it versatile. But I would not wear this at work. In a work serious environment, it wouldn't be the one.
This is way too fun for that.
Yes.
I think that in your climate environment, because it doesn't get really cold in Vancouver. Yeah. I think that you can pull this one off all year round. I think that's more of a springtime type of scent. Summer night, I find that this is definitely going to be way too cloying during our hot humidity is way more than Vancouver's for sure.
Way more.
I think that maybe during something like a climate like Vancouver's or like Seattle, San Francisco, I think you can wear it during the summertime daytime because it's not going to get too hot. And you also have that nice Pacific breeze. But other than that, not so much. It's more of a fun type of scent, day-to-day casual. If it is work, it's a younger man's type of work. I think like a bar, a waiter, if you're a male stripper, hey, why not?
That would score you some points.
What did your wife or what did your partner think of this one here? Did she smell it at all?
Yeah, she got a whiff once, and I think she enjoyed it.
Well, my wife's thoughts is that she likes it, but it's very fresh, and she gets like a bit of an aquamarine vibe from it. It's kind of strange.
Okay.
Now, you are from Brazil originally, but you are of Italian descent. Have you been to Italy?
Sadly, no. My family has gone a lot, but I kind of skipped those trips, sadly.
Now, the Solarissimo line is supposed to have a different take of different aspects of Italy. So this is supposed to be I believe one of the islands. I originally reviewed this one with Mr. Adolescence last year, but the video didn't really pan out very well. And he said something that it's like one of the islands. Do you find that this has a bit of an Italian vibe?
I can see it. I don't know the islands per se. I know this is inspired by 3 islands there on the west coast of Sicily. Okay. And I was actually looking at the island. It has a very kind of Greek-inspired architecture in the island and everything. Italy, especially in the south, and it's going to be a very hot climate. It's going to be a very fun climate. A lot of people are going to the beach, boat parties. So I can kind of see that because this kind of has that feel of a party scent, of a very happy, joyful scent. Mm-hmm. So I can kind of see why.
This, out of the 2 that you smelled, because you haven't smelled the Maritimo, do you prefer the Lavanzo or do you prefer the Favignana?
I prefer that one. Yeah,
Lavanzo?
I prefer this one. Yeah. No, I prefer this one.
Get out of here.
Very serious. I prefer this one. Okay. Like I said, that kind of sweetness or that youthness that comes from that kind of 1 million Jara is something that I enjoy. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's not something that I will wear out to garner compliments. I don't go that way.
We're not a compliment factor.
No, but I find this to be very, very pleasurable. This scent, please.
No. Finish off.
This scent to me is actually an upgrade on that because, like I said, the notes to my nose smell very, very clear, right? And I don't expect something from a lower end designer to make a fragrance this way. And when I smelled this and I was actually comparing to the note breakdown, I thought that the notes were absolutely clear. I could see them, I can smell them, I can see what they're doing with the scent. So I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Like, this is a very, very nice fragrance to me.
And you and I, we just stated that we're not really into the compliments. But can you see this getting a compliments for the younger guys out there?
100%. 100%. I know you're going to say this is not too masculine, but I find that, especially for the younger crowd, sweet scents work really well. And this one mixed that citrus with the sweetness. I find that this is going to be a very, very good compliment getter.
Okay, so let's just finish it off. Any final thoughts and give me a rating out of 5?
On the fun side, I will give them a 4. On the, obviously on the creative, more that kind of a side, I will stick to a 3.
Okay, so do you have anything else to add though?
No, it's a very, very enjoyable scent, a very fun scent. If you get into the fragrance thinking this way, you're not expecting a something super artistic behind, you're gonna enjoy it a lot.
So okay, so my final thoughts. I like it, but it's definitely way too sweet for me. Like, I think that one spray for myself is more than enough. Yet I do think it's more so suited for the younger guys out there. I think that this is a good scent more so for the young demographics, because as you said, and you just kind of put that thought into my head, it really does go along the lines of 1 million. I just find that this is more tolerable and more easily to wear than 1 million.
I agree with that point.
Is just way too much for me. I hate that smell. I loved it when I first got it. I do find that the sweetness can be a little bit too much for me. I have a sweet tooth, just not when it comes to the fragrances themselves. But I would say that I would recommend this more so for a younger person out there. I'm thinking someone who's like maybe 15 to 25. And my rating out of 5 is going to be 3 out of 5. So it's not a bad rating, but it's not the best out on the market itself. I do like this brand. The only place that people could find this at the moment of this recording is on fragrancebuy.ca, and it's going for about $39 Canadian. So when you convert that, that's about $27 to $30 max USD. I ended up getting mine off eBay. I spent a lot more, like probably close to $100 Canadian. Not worth it, but I really wanted to try this one, and that was the only way for it, because for the longest time, they only had the Maritimo and the Solarissimo. Guys, we're just going to finish it off here. That is our take of Solarissimo Favignana. Is that how you pronounce it, Vitor?
I will say Favignana.
Okay, so because even though you're of Italian descent, I know it, like you speak Portuguese, some of the Italians out there just might get really offended by my pronunciation. Yeah, exactly. Guys, if you're not familiar with Vitor, if you've been around for a long time, guys, you definitely know who Vitor is. If you're not, I'll attach his link, his YouTube channel, and his Instagram link down below. So please make sure to check him out. Guys, we thank you for your time. Take care, and we will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.